La da 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 da. Welcome to the video. This is the second video I'm making in the Ural-Altaic language comparison series. Quick recap from the last one. We did Hungarian, Turkish, and Azerbaijani sentence comparisons. In this one, I'm attempting Kazakh and Hungarian. So let's just jump in here really quick. So I have many small apples in my pocket, right? Hungarian, zsebembe sok kicsi alma van. Zseb, pocket. M, possession, like mine, like my pocket. Zsebem, zsebembe, in my pocket. But as Laszlo, shout out to Laszlo, who commented on my last video, mentioned that in Hungarian, properly, you have to put an N right here once something is within your pocket. So if you put something in your pocket, for example, betesem al zsebembe, or zsebem betesem, like I'm putting it in my pocket, zsebembe. But if I'm saying, oh, it's in my pocket, just like idly, oh, I left my keys in my pocket, zsebemben von, like it is the N at the end of zsebe, zsebem, zsebembe, zsebemben, excuse me, zsebemben. It's a little bit confusing, right? Zsebemben. So shout out to Laszlo about that. You can see the links, you can see the comments to the last video and find his description there. I'll maybe go into more about that on Kazakh. I'm wondering if in Kazakh there's also an end here, so instead of an N at the end, kaltamda, it would be kaltamdan. I don't know too much about the Turkic languages, aside from a little bit of grammar like this, but you know, it's fruitful to check that out in the future, right? So a little bit note here on Kazakh. Modern Kazakh is written in 3 different alphabets. There's the Cyrilized Kazakh, based on like a Russian Cyrillic alphabet. There is Arabic-derived Kazakh, and then there is the newer Latin-derived Kazakh. It's kind of like, there's some geopolitical reasons for this. Mainly, here's the thing. In Kazakhstan today, and the Kazakh communities in Russia and elsewhere in the former Soviet Union, they use the Cyrillic. But they're moving towards a more Western-style Latin alphabet as we speak, basically. I believe in 2017 they started. By 2025 they're going to implement this. And then for the Kazakh community and also a small community in Afghanistan, they use this Arabic script. And if you were familiar with if you're familiar with Cyrillic or Arabic alphabets, you'll notice some differences, right? For example, right here, kaltamda, in my pocket, right? You notice this K has a little, like a tail onto it, like a little serif or whatever. That is the Q in Latinized Q. That's like the Cyrillic K in Kazakh, right? So let's go through it. Kaltamda, in my pocket. Kalta, pocket. Kaltam, my pocket. Kaltamda, in my pocket. Köptegen, here in the Cyrillic and here in the Latin. Köptegen, many, there are many. Kaltamda, köptegen, kish kentai, kish kichi, similar to the Hungarian. Kaltamda kish kentai, alma, apple, well, same in Hungarian, isn't that weird? Alma, var, or bar, actually, excuse me. It's bar in the Kazakh language. In other Turkic language, it is var, like as in Azerbaijani or Turkmen, Turkish. But in Kazakh, it is bar. Now in Hungarian, it is von. Von, you knock off the N, put a R. That's what it is in most of the Turkic languages. Except in Kazakh, it's bar, B-A-R. Now, interesting note here, on the Arabic-derived alphabet, you'll notice, just as in the Cyrillic, that there are letters that don't really correspond to the Arabic letters, right? So you can kind of see it, like, for example, if you're an Arab speaker, or you're familiar with the Arabic alphabet, and you're not familiar with Kazakh and the Arabic letters, you'll see this and be like, what is that? How do I pronounce that? That doesn't make any sense. But you see here, it's kalta, it's the same here, kalta, kaltam, my pocket. Kaltamda, in my pocket. And then you hear, so this is like a Q, or a qaf, I believe in Arabic. and this is a calf, like a K. Kaltamda köp ö. This wa with like a hamza, I believe it's called in Arabic, is the ö, the Turkic ö, which in the Cyrillic Kazakh is a f, but it would be the f, right? Or it's the Russian Cyrillic or Bulgarian Cyrillic, whatever, uses this as a f, but here in Kazakh it's used as a ö. Köp tegen, right? So köp tegen, kaltamda köp tegen, kish kentai, alma, apple, bar. Kaltamda kish kentai alma bar. Thank you for watching this and stay tuned for more badass shit.